Welcome back to Equine Dynamics with Mike Stine, the award-winning #1 podcast to create sounder horses from the ground up. Mike Stine is a registered journeyman farrier with an APF1 accreditation. On this week's show, we have Carrie Howick, the president of the ELPO, which is the Equine Lameness Prevention Organization. We're going to talk about farrier isolation and being self-aware of your work. All this and much more we discuss here on Equine Dynamics with Mike Stine. And over to my far right side is Mike Stine. How are you?
I'm doing good, Travis. How are you, and how are you, Carrie? Always good catching up with you.
Carrie's not on the thing yet, Mike.
We'll catch up with Carrie in a minute.
We'll catch up with Carrie here in just one minute.
We're having that talk about the mouth going and eventually,
Yeah, they're catching up. Now,
there you go.
Mike, we've been doing this. This is coming up on over 3 years now doing this show, and we've had at least 80 some odd different guests on here, and you still mess up every single time in the beginning of the show.
And you know what? Next time I'll do it again.
I have to have little cue cards. Carrie's not on the phone. The guest is not on the phone yet or on the monitor yet. But yes, Carrie is going to be joining us here in the studio in just one sec. And now's your chance. If you haven't been over to our YouTube channel, go over to YouTube, search Equine Dynamics Mike Stine's YouTube channel. Give him a subscribe over there, and you can see all the shenanigans and stuff that goes on here in the studio as in live and real time as it happens here. So, Mike, how are you? Are you doing all right?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm doing all right. Well, I say I'm doing all right. You know, always something happening here on the property. Now, we sit on 22 some odd acres here just outside of Charlotte, North Carolina, a little town called Marshville, population 2,500 people. Yeehaw. But I was not saying yeehaw the other day, because in the morning, you know, my wife leaves for work really, really early,
right.
and so it's my job to go down and feed the horses. So the pathway from the main house down to the barn is probably, 75 yards or something like that? And I'm walking down the pathway, and as I'm walking down, I see Cayenne, and then I see Dominique a little further away. And as I'm walking down, I go, is she out? Like out of the pasture? And as soon as I saw that, I get a phone call from my neighbor, and I go, before I answered, I go, Dominique is out of the pasture again. She's in the next neighbor's property eating on their trees and stuff. They got like brush and stuff. And I answer the phone. I go, hey, man, you want to buy a horse? I got one in your backyard if you want to buy it. And he goes, and he's Filipino, so his English is a little broken.
Right.
And he's like, no, my daughter says, the horse is in our yard. I go, I know. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. He's like, no. I just wanted you to know.